It's bugging me because I have neighbors who are losing their homes, and I talk to them, and they're fretting, and they're worried, and we all have these neighbors, and it might be you. They're having trouble making ends meet. Some have been given pink slips. Some fear they're going to get pink slips. Some of you have been unemployed for a long time. It just bothers the hell out of me that our leaders, quote unquote, pretend they care while their policies are undermining economic recovery, and they're off having a blast, and we're paying for most of it. There's something wrong about that. And you know, historically, when kings used to behave this way, the peasants, that would be us, would often revolt. No, I'm not encouraging that. I'm making a point. So even when we raise it, hey, he deserves a vacation, actually he doesn't. So we have to turn to the Daily Mail. You won't find this in the Washington Compost or the New York Slimes. Tamara Abraham. And I'm interested in knowing your views on this. The Obama summer break on Martha's Vineyard has already been branded a PR disaster, especially after the couple arrived 4 hours apart on separate government jets. But according to new reports and information told to the National Enquirer, should we ignore the National Enquirer? National Enquirer has broken a lot of serious stories. Remember John Edwards, among others? According to new reports, this is the least of their extravagances. White House sources today claimed that the First Lady has spent $10 million of U.S. taxpayers' money on vacations alone in the past year. This isn't me. I'm reading the article. Branding her disgusting and a vacation junkie. They say the 47-year-old mother of two has been indulging in five-star hotels where she splashes out on expensive massages and alcohol. The top source told the Enquirer, it's disgusting. Michelle is taking advantage of her privileged position, while the most hardworking Americans can barely afford a week or two off. When it's all added up, she spent more than $10 million in taxpayers' money on her vacations. The First Lady is believed to have taken 42 days of holiday just in the past year, including a $375,000 break in Spain and a 4-day ski trip in Vail, Colorado, where she spent $2,000 a night on a suite in the Sebastian Hotel. And the First Family's 9-day stay in Martha's Vineyard is also proving costly, with rental of the Blue Heron Farm property alone costing an estimated $50,000 a week. The source continued. I'm reading this from the Daily Mail. Michelle also enjoys drinking expensive booze during her trips. She favors martinis with top-shelf vodka and has a taste for rich, sparkling wines. The vacations are totally Michelle's idea. She's like a junkie. She can't schedule enough getaways, and she lives from one to the next, all the while sticking it to hardworking Americans, quote unquote. While the president and his wife do pay for some of their personal expenses from their own pocket, the website WhiteHouseDossier.com says that the amount paid by the couple is dwarfed by the overall cost to the public. The magazine also reported that Mrs. Obama, whose fashion choices are widely followed, had been going on wild shopping sprees, much to the distress of her husband, who, sources reveal, is absolutely furious at his wife's out-of-control spending. It's in the Daily Mail in Britain. President's already come under fire this week over his decision to take a family vacation, while millions of Americans are out of work, countless more are financially strapped. But the situation sparked further anger after he and his wife elected to fly separately to the Massachusetts retreat despite traveling on the same day. Mr. Obama left the White House aboard Marine One on his way to Andrews Air Force Base to hitch a lift aboard Air Force One, along with his first dog, Bo. After landing at Cape Cod Coast Guard Air Station, he then took a final helicopter to his holiday destination to complete the 500-mile journey. His wife and daughters, who arrived just 4 hours earlier, were also traveling from Washington, but took a specially designed military aircraft. They would have had their own motorcade from the airport to the vacation residence. You know, that is disgusting. It's just disgusting. And they go over the costs of the trip in Spain, the personal costs, and the taxpayer costs, the trip to Hawaii, the trip to Vail, the trip to Martha's Vineyard. By the way, this is all since Christmas. Actually, that's not true. All in the last year. So I'm curious to know what you think about this. And by the way, the reports yesterday were erroneous. Our president, while dutifully playing golf, our commander-in-chief, well, it turns out he did not feel the earthquake. The initial news reports were wrong, so let history record that while the president was on the putting green, he did not feel the 5.8 earthquake centered in Virginia. I just thought you'd want to know because that's crucial information.